All right. Good afternoon, my doggies. It is 3 o'clock. Hope everyone's feeling well. Let me turn down the music. I feel like the whole world is staring at President Trump meeting Putin. Should we get that up here, or would you rather look at some charts? What up, Nelvis? The only reason why the Dow is up over UNHCO, there's a bunch of things going on. Actually, the spies just took off to the downside a little bit here. Spies right here have the lows, what, 642.34. I'm paring down positions, by the way. I am going to Montauk. You're right. Going to Red Dog's going to Gurney's Sunday through Thursday. So I want to do a little bit of a close down. What do I think I might stay in for the next week while I'm abroad? Well, I'm not supposed to be trading so much. I'm supposed to be relaxing with the wife. But, if you have some narratives on scenarios you don't want to miss, sometimes it's more stressful to not be in it. So you might as well figure out or a reason why you, or how to engage it. But anyway, let's see what's going on. Let's see if I can get something on Twitter here that could also engage it. So let me move it over here. If I go to Twitter and I go to trending, I'm sure the whole world is trying to watch what's going on here. So we could all watch it together. Should we get some popcorn or should we get a beer? I promised the Alpha team I would get a beer. We'd have a little bit of a happy hour at 3:04. Oh, look at that thing. What is this? It's an IPA. Woo! Red Dog's having an IPA. Ready? Cheers to technical analysis that unites continents. I did that when I went to the Ukraine. I went to the Ukraine. These are my buddies from the Ukraine. Want to see these guys? So here we go. This guy, Red Dog. These are the guys from the Ukraine. I did a lot of racing with them. I trained over hundreds of traders from the Ukraine before those Russian bastards. This is actually really weird because I've been to the Ukraine 4 times. I started in 2014 training hundreds of traders to how to use technical analysis. And that's when they taught me, here's to technical analysis that unites continents. And here we have friggin' Putin and Trump meeting, that's a good sound, to figure out how to end this damn war, a war that should never have happened. When I was in the Ukraine, by the way, all they wanted to do is be westernized. These friggin' guys, 4 different times. Babino, if you're watching, I think he's in the army. Hopefully he's still alive. He was 22 years old. Guy was a brilliant guy. There were so many of them trading the U.S. markets. And by the 4th time I was there in 2021, they had families. They were trying to open up cafes. I think they were even getting a soul cycle in the Ukraine. But then Russia was like, you know what? They're getting a little too westernized. Let's go in there and screw shit up. Especially considering how Russia was so poor. They did horrible during the pandemic. So they need to get oil up. They needed to get, gold up. They needed to get so many things up. So all of a sudden, then they just invaded. Like even my Russian friends are like, what the hell's going on here? So be it anyway. I would love them to end the war. There's been like 750,000 sons and daughters killed on both sides. That means imagine you're a parent, you lost your kid for this fucking war. Excuse my French. Jesus Christ. And it's like the uncles versus the nephews. In 1994, when the USSR broke down and Russia became Russia and Ukraine became Ukraine, and they were like living their families. And you have the uncle who is like 80 years old, and then you have the kid who's now in the Ukraine who's nationalistic. And anyway, I'm not going to talk any more friggin' politics. Who the hell am I? I don't know anything about it. Cheers. But I have been there 4 times. I haven't been there since. I'd love for them to end this thing, go back there, see what's going on in the aftermath, and a little foam here, a little foam. How's everybody doing? You doing all right? You guys want to hear some music for a second while I get things together? I'm sitting here trying to write this book. I need a little reaction. Come on, baby, give me this one. Can't start a fire. Sitting around trying to go and broken heart. This comes. Daniel says, "Where am I going to Montauk? I'm going to Gurney's. Yippee doo dah, Gurney's with the wife. No family this time. So here, by the way, if you're on, I think YouTube or on Twitter, you know, these are going to be my dogs. I'm going to be talking to them. They'll give me some stocks to put up. Oh, there's Trump. Trump's coming. They sell Trump by Putin. He's wearing his red tie. Let me put this over here. Let's see what's going on with the market as we're watching this. XLE trading off a little bit. I would have thought that could have been a little bit better. That this was as high as 80.63. He's walking over. Oh, here comes Putin. This is pretty historic. Anyway, what's going on around the horn here? Let's see. You got the Qs. What's the Qs doing? I thought, I think Nvidia's in trouble. Not in trouble, just showing relative weakness. Let's go here. The Qs. Qs is down 288. I want to get a chart of the Qs. Still here at the 8 day. Trump's walking by himself. Putin's got a bodyguard. Who's stronger? No, I'm kidding. All right, so this is below the low at the 8 day. Not a big deal. Want to see the IWM? What's the IWM doing? Yeah, kind of hanging around still. Nothing, a little trickier. Harder to trust. Right? They're walking. Anybody want to give me some advice on what to put up if you guys want to watch the interaction between Trump and Putin? I'm watching. It's over here on my side there. Tesla's being a little tricky. I'm putting together a call spread for when I leave, and I bought a spread, and I was over short the spread, and I just covered because it came in a little bit. So now the spread's a little bit more equal. I would think if it's going to be any good, and like be able to hold here and continue higher, it's got to hold around here soon. It's now below the 8 day. Remember this day one last Wednesday? That was pretty good. Now it's hard to tell. Ooh, Trump's waiting on himself. Trump's got some cujonies. He's got some cujonies. Oh, here comes the handshake. Do they have an interpreter there? Is he speaking Russian and he's speaking English, or who's speaking what? There's the walk. I'll take a picture of it for the ages. Ready? Here they go. There they are. Uh-oh. Anyway, how are we doing out there? Bull analysis says Nike. You want to do Nike? All right, let's go to Nike. I haven't looked at this or been in this in a while. You know what? Nike never filled this gap. I would think this is a good strategy. Holding above the 8-day, getting tight. Nike, I like it. I like Nike. Who said Nike? Full analysis. There you go. I talked about Tesla. What about FSLR? I haven't looked at FSLR in years. Ooh, look at that candle. Jesus Christ. Look at that thing. Excuse my French. That's a big candle. I would think that's a day one igniting bar if I ever saw one. What about ENPH? Usually if FSLR is going ENPH. A little candle down there. I don't know why money's rotating here, but if it wants to rotate here, this ENPH has a downtrend that it could get above. Interesting. Wow, what came out on FSLR? Anybody? I still like Google. I'm going to hold Google into next week. Google has been great. I have stock. I have options. It gets a little choppy, but I would think, I don't know why it would not get above 207. The bear is going to try and make a double top, but I don't think it happens. We'll see. Amazon was a little bit better this morning, but again, it's come a long way. I'm going to try and hold this also. I would like to see Amazon hold around here, go sideways, and then get above this and get above that for next week. We'll see. Dash kind of changed. It's going to need some time. You did get a little bottom tail right here. I thought it would hold 240, 241. It went to 243. That's your point of reference. What is this? 243, set 56, 243, 56. Yeah. I don't have Dash on right now, even though you have a little point of reference to trade against. So where are these guys going? Are they going for coffee or are they going for strippers? What are they doing? Kidding. So I guess this is the 50-day, never got there yet. By the way, this shouldn't have happened. When this came up to 240, 264 and then broke below there, not the right thing to do. Reddit had a big move. What did it do today? Wow. Remember this pro earnings gap where you could buy versus 177 and hold it if it gets above the pivot high of the pro earnings gap, buy it. Nice move. President Trump and Russian President Putin arrive in Alaska for a historic summit. You think they're going out on some dog sleds? Probably not. They're both speaking Chinese to each other. There you go. Anyway, CRWV looks like a small bottom tail. Still very broken. I played it today. I kind of overtraded a little bit. I outlined this with the alpha team to go from red to green, and it did. So you now have a new point of reference. Sometimes on the day that actually the lockup happens, it's priced in. So this is your new point of reference, 94.70, reclaim 98.81. Not so bad. You want to see Putin wrestle a bear? You sick, crazy fuck. No, I'm kidding. The hell you want to see him wrestle a bear for? Is that the Russian bear? Huh. What's up, Ken? How you doing? So there's some room back to here. This morning, Lily, I said it was a better sell than a buy, but it's still filling this gap. Broken. A lot of broken bounces today. You know what a broken bounce is? Well, Lily was a broken bounce. I started to focus on this chart a little bit. I'm not trading Lily, but got above 646, got above the gap pivot, and now here you are, on its way to the 21-day where I would think you should be a seller of it. But listen, there are day trades. This was a great strategy cash flow trade. Congratulations if you caught it. UNH, everyone got lucky. Lucky happens. Now you have a gap here. Could be long against. Got above the 50-day. And it looks like it's on its way to 324 or more. All right, a lot of big money guys. A lot of guys that have made up billions of dollars in this market. What's the low here to trade against now? 294.71. So 294.71 is your buy against. By the way, you guys know who I am? You know who I am? I'm kidding. I didn't introduce myself. My name is Scott Redler. I'm the Chief Strategic Officer of T3Live.com. I'm a founding partner. I'm also the founding partner of Red Dog Mindset. So here we are. This is kind of like a version of the 6:30 Club that I do every day live at 6:30 in the morning, where I do it for free. Yes, it's a free morning call, kind of, where you can tune in. I give you some things that I'm doing, little sneaky peek at what I do and how I do it, and a little bit into the personality. And a lot of guys become alpha team members just because I make them money in 20 minutes. I can imagine if you spent the whole day with me. But anyway, Robinhood. It's on the move. Some people think they might be getting added to the S&P 500 today. I wouldn't mind that. I have options on. Held right here. Look at this red dog reversal. Went below 107.28 and came back above it. That's what you call red dog reversal. From 117 down, gets below, reclaims it. That's a stereotypic red dog reversal. Anybody know a red dog reversal out there? Well, that's what you got. That's what you got. Hold on one second. You want to hear the song for a second? Listen. Google red dog reversal, then come back to me. It's a real strategy. You like this song? Hold on. Loves Jesus in America too. She's a good girl. Crazy about Elvis. Loves horses and her boyfriend too. A lot of choppiness out there, by the way. Meta's been tricky, but it's still hanging out. Some guys along verse 758 never got there. Some guys along verse 745 never got there. Still hanging in there. Still a power play. The power play product is doing really well. Where's Zelensky? Is Zelensky even there? I like Zelensky, but the war machine has paid too many bills for him. How the hell does he own a place in Lake Como? Anyway. All right, something's coming in on me. What's coming in on me? The XLE? XLE is coming in. I guess they think that there's going to be peace in the Middle East. Now, remember that from back in 1982? By the way, Ethereum. Yes, I am out of Ethereum. Someone's like, where would I buy back Ethereum? Well, I did sell it into strength pretty damn perfectly. Look how extended it was from the 8-day. So I would probably look to buy some. What's this low here? 35.96. I'd rather see it get closer to this gap here. I would be a buyer somewhere around here for Ethereum. What's coming in right now? Something's coming on me. Red Dog's losing a little bit of money. Free Falling. Is that a bad song for this? Do we need something better? Google's hanging in there still. Qs are coming in a little bit. What are the SPYs doing? Not much. Anywho. DraftKings. XBI is looking good. I sold mine yesterday. Looks like it's on its way towards 91.54. I was a buyer of XBI here. Sold 3/4 and then sold the rest there. It looks good. XBI finally looks like it's getting a little traction. I hear you. I feel you. I feel you. What else? US, somebody said, it's hanging in here. I have a lot of $10 calls or $9.50 calls for September. If you're still in the stock, you can put your stop right here at $8. I think they're going to come out with an OEM contract. We'll see. They keep showing the same visual of the two of them walking together. Trump's taller than Putin. One big is, a little bigger there. IBIT. I don't know. This was very choppy. So yesterday I lost a decent amount of money in this thing. I thought it was going to break above 123 and open up. I was buying MSTU and I was buying IBIT, and guess what? Red Dog was wrong. I'm wrong. Traders are wrong. No one likes to admit it, but Red Dog was wrong. I got stopped out into this mess, and now we'll see what happens here. I'm hoping it holds this spot. Otherwise, there's a long way down to here, and that would probably not be great for the overall stock market. Nelvis wants to play what? Alexa, play In the Air by Flow Rider. Alexa, play In the Air by Flow Rider. In the Air, featuring Will.I.M by Flow Rider. All right, here we go. For you, Nelvis, because you're really good, I'll tell you. You definitely give some good ideas. I get it. Oh, Pony? Pony's actually looking pretty good. Stay golden, Pony boy. Look at that, coming above here. My friend who's very large, like large, not like head large or but like wallet, been doing this for a long time. He loves this name. Last time I was in this, I bought here, sold some, thought we'd get a breakout, and that happened. I got stopped out. And now it looks a little bit better. It does. ABAT Golden. What is that? A year. A year. That's pretty good. You guys want to hear this for a second? Hold on. NBIS was one of my best option plays. I like this song. Oh. Nelvis, not only do you freaking pick good stocks, you got a decent taste in music. Got a little someone saying, "Where's their support in Kava?" I'll look at it while you listen. Kava's the reason why we don't take stock into earnings. Gross. I'll tell you, the quantum names have been gross. Sorry, Bad Rock. I've tried QBATS so many times, but I'll look at the quantum names for you. I like to play these type of names when they're making higher highs and higher lows, like that, or like that. Now this looks like it can break down. That's what IONQ looks like. Nothing great, nothing great. I have a problem with Scott Wapner sometimes. Wapner, I'm kidding. Christian Freestyle says, look at HSAI. Nice move. Lift. Tapping. I know you. Let's go lift.
I think it's so cute, and I think it's so sweet. How you let your friends encourage you.
That looks pretty good for itself. Coming into like a downtrend line here. It's got more room up top if it wants it. Again, that already happened. I'd like to see a tight pattern that's ready to go. Anybody have a tight pattern ready to go? What up, Tony Wallace, my man? How you doing, Tabin? I'm doing all right. I am heading out to Montauk on Sunday. I'll be there Sunday through Thursday, so there will be no 6:30 club. I will do a version of this 2520 for the subscribers from Montauk, but I'm not going to be doing any stock market stuff on the public Twitter for those 4 days. No 6:30 club that I've been doing every day since the pandemic. I'm going to try and figure out some positions I'm going to leave with. I'm going to leave with Amazon. I just actually into this pullback. I bought some 235 calls for next week. Not a whole lot, considering it could stay here for a little bit. 235 calls are pretty cheap. I'm still in Google. I've been in Google for weeks and weeks. I rolled into some 205s just in case I want to take out 207 next week. I'm in XLE calls. I don't know why I was so, had a breakthrough and come back. It's so annoying, but whatever. Broken sectors are broken sectors. Repsol. Excuse me. Neo. Oh my God. I can't believe you're saying Neo. Bob has been so horrible. That's fine. Yeah, it's looking all right. Better than it's been in a while. I get it. You know what you're doing. That's you had a quick move up, consolidation. It's got room. Yeah, it's all right. JKS. Looks like the solar names are in play today. I don't know why. Day one. Day one sometimes lead to day two or threes. I get it. But FSLR, wow. The big day one. We've seen this before. Day ones lead to some big moves in this stock. I used to make a living trading this name. I haven't done it in a while. It's been so bad. IWM so tricky. Cannot get to see. Yeah, that's true. That's why you got to take. That's why you need a tier system with these sectors. You need to have a day one, sell some into a day two. So if there's no day three, you could buy it back and trade around it. Apple. Now that was a day one, even for Apple. Watch here. Little lesson in day count rules. Day one, buy the cajones out of it. Day two, trim some. Day three, buy some red ed through the prior high. Get small so you can buy a dip, boom, and now I'm actually buying some options. I don't want to sit in the stock. Buying some 235s just in case it wants to go sideways and continue while I'm at Gurney's. That's what I'm doing there. Anyway, Dino. I know I have a friend named Dino. Oh, that's a nice chart. That's a good pattern there. Nice job. Who's that? CE Trades? Looks great. Nice pull flag. Solid sideways action after a big move. Holding above the moving averages. This is a buy, in my opinion. Since July 2nd, it's been going sideways for a month. I have no idea what it does. I'm just looking at the chart. Oh, I like this song. Can you hear this song for a second? Hold on. Good job. We're going to go said G. Never happy. Oh, no. I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. Okay, a lot of day ones in the solar sector. You want to start a new trade in the solar sector and see if it creates a new sequence? I might put one on while I go away. Nice. Remember when I saw the day one in MSOS? We made Cajone's money. What's Cajone's money? Anyway, I think right here is where we bought MSOS, sold some, bought more back, and woo! Now I'm very light. Anyway, is this hood move a result of a rumor? What's the rumor? S&P 500? Did I do that? No, I don't do that. Iron, by the way, a lot of my friends are in this huge. You can tell I was a DJ, right? What does Robin Hood look like? Nice move. Nice. I want to know if I'm the only one drinking a beverage. It's 3:30. What do we got here? The spies are only down $1 now. I'll tell you, this market's so resilient, it's crazy. Crazy, I tell you. You guys gonna miss me next week? You're gonna miss me getting up at 4:45 in the morning, saying "Good morning, rise and grind," and then all of a sudden I do my homework, send out some tweets, get in the box. From the box, I do a 20-minute workout with all of Red Dog Mindset, which we're getting a lot of numbers now. That's what the subscribe button is. Then I go to 7-Eleven, get a nice coffee, come in, do my 40 charts. While I'm doing my 40 charts, I tweet them out to the public. Oh, 630 Club, yes. Be careful. That 630 Club might be going bye-bye in the next few months. So what you should do is subscribe to Red Dog Mindset to get grandfathered into that and get value added. And we're doing a very special edition of Whiteboard Weekend this weekend. It's going to be actually a master class that goes for 6 sessions. So if you ever thought about, trying Red Dog Mindset, you should subscribe above. It's $10 a month, and you'll be grandfathered into the 630 club that I'm hopefully doing for the rest of my life in some capacity. But anyway, what's Hood doing? It's a nice moving Hood. I might have to sell some options. Wolfpack, awesome morning. Good. You guys want to see what the Alpha team looks like? Here it is. Here's the Alpha team. So I don't have a whole lot going on anymore. I have the Amazon, I have Google, I have XLE, I have Amazon calls for next week, I have Google calls for next week, I have Robinhood calls for next week. I'm short a little premium. That's how I've been hedged. I do have a Tesla call spread on, but I was over short. Now I'm back to even. XLE, I have calls on. So I've pared a lot of stuff down in the next few days because you never really want to go on vacation super duper long. Let's see if anyone is watching from the Alpha team. Alpha team. Is anyone at the highs of their year? Anyone? Bueller? Steve Pinelli is. That's good. I'm pretty damn close. Lewd Traders, 1992. Right now, there are 277 prop traders from around the world that spend the day with me, where you can also. Anyway, Mark had a great week. Ronald had a great week. IMIC just over. Anyone do the 25-20 with me in the morning? Little workout with the dumbbells, listen to my playlist. I think IMIC said he's going to miss it next week. Just a different way to ingest. Anyway, Day Trader Chen. By the way, right up here is where you could see all of the charts that I post. I post probably 40 charts in the morning. So if you're on the public and you're getting like 3 charts, you can get 40 charts if you're a member of the Alpha team. A lot of charts. By the way, I think Bitcoin and Sol, I don't know why Sol. People like Sol, I'm like, you got a 174 for Sol. Look how much better Ethereum was in Sol. You want to look at relative strength, right? That's what we look for in this market, relative strength in life. This is where we were buying Ethereum. The options, remember the ETHE $22 calls up to here, bought back, sold. I'm out of it. I might buy a little bit of 4,300, but I would think you could buy back 4,100, which is right around here. I would love 4,100 to buy back. Just a thought. XBI is looking sexy. You're up 23% for the year. That's cool. Where are you from, Steve? I feel like you're close by-ish. Guys from around the world. Who's from where if you're listening in the Alpha team? Let's see. I could talk right into it. Let's see. Who is from where? Oh, there's Mario. See you Thursday. Red Sox are going to smoke my Yankees. Woo. Going to a Yankee game with a friend of mine. Haven't been to a Yankee game in a year or so. I was a big-time Yankee fan back in the 90s. I don't watch it as much. I watch Chase play basketball. I don't have that much time anymore, but I'm going to go. We got Ryan's from California. Thomas is from Georgia. We got Wisconsin in the house. Miami, Florida. We got it's in New Jersey, Texas, California, Queens. A lot of people from all over the place. All over the place. All right, let's see what we're doing here. Florida panhandled. All right, let's get a few more stocks here. Guild. I haven't looked at Guild in a long time. It's all right. Held the 8th day. Looking pretty good. What else? Jason says, my CFO wife just corrected me. Tough week, but yes, high of the year. Oh, got a happy wife, happy life, right? Anyway, so listen, guys, it's 3:35. I'm going to be going away on Sunday for the week. If you're on the public Twitter with me, I'm going to be doing no correspondence at all. If you're a Red Dog Mindset subscriber, I got a whole week planned for you. Different motivational videos that I'm going to be listening to out there. I got a whole big whiteboard segment that's like a masterclass. As far as if you're in the Alpha team or Red All Access, you can have a bunch of other content providers that are awesome, fulfilling the content that I usually would provide from either Prince or from Derek, whoever it is. But I will try and give you guys a little bit of content. But again, I'm not going to be that involved. I have a few things working. I'd like to see Hood work. I'd love to see Hood get added to the S&P 500 tonight. That'd be fun. Maybe we go to Sizzler. I'm going to stick with Amazon. I feel like Amazon over the next few weeks is going to work its way towards 240, 250 or above. We've been doing really out of really nice money trade there with Power Plays. Not Power. Actually, Power Plays wasn't in that. Sorry, guys. Power Plays is in Google so many times. I feel like this is going to get through 207 also. We sold Ethereum in Power Plays. What else are we doing in Power Plays right now? We're doing good. Brian from Earth. What's up, Rich? What's the best power play right now that's going? Well, this has been a good one. We had a cook in there. Tesla's still a power play, but we had Tesla from down here, so it's holding on by a thread. If I sold into strength, I'd be looking to buy a little bit right here into this spot. That's why I'm doing a call spread just in case. ATNF, someone said. That's like a little one that, yeah, if you sold it into strength when it couldn't hold above a prior high, yeah, you maybe buy a little bit back if you play these little names. I have no interest in BMNR or SPED yet. Soon, I want to see. Ethereum bottom out first. It's not even close. Yeah, this is building a little bit of a bull flag. If you sold into 70, you could buy a little bit back, I guess. Chase is long from here. He sold half, so he's sitting there. I'm teaching Chase the tier system. QS, it's fine. It's building. I would have liked it to gone faster. A lot of guys in the Alpha team love it. They think that there's some kind of big OEM contract coming soon. I don't know. I made a little bit of money in here. I'm in the options now. I switched to September 10 calls, I think. Yeah. And that's what I'm going to do. Bull looks pretty good. I bought some options for while I'm away. This is a really nice tight chart. You guys want to take a look at something that could be explosive. A lot of people love this platform. I bought options for next week. So if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But this looks pretty damn good. Bull. It's not full of bull. It's real. I had a big trade here and I had another big trade there. This looks really good. This looks like it's going to take out 1870 or above. I might even put this on a power play before I leave. Yeah. You're going to do it? C says he's going to do it. You could do it. Let's see. What movie is that from? You could do it all night long. No. So this is so she must have heard me say it. So what did I buy? I bought this today. They get to see what I did today. What I do today. Where's Bull? I bought it at 244. The $17 calls for August 22nd. I thought I bought 2 sets. Only 1 set? Is there another set there? Oh, maybe I didn't get filled. I put a bid in. Damn it. I got to buy more Bull. I'm not full of Bull. It's a real Bull. Anyway. Intel? Yeah. Intel was a good trade. I made money yesterday. You got to have your stops. Sol? I'm not going down the food chain in crypto. But anyway. All right, guys, listen. I got to close it out. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a great summer. I hope that you're relaxing. You're spending time with your kids. You're spending time with your spouse. You're training. You're following a diet. You're not fat daddy or mommy at the beach. That if you're a member of Red Dog Mindset, awesome. If you're a member of the Alpha team, you're probably a professional trader doing fantastic. The mindset's got to be there, though, to execute on the X's and O's. Redler Ultimate Access is my note. Got Power Plays is building. A lot of people don't even want to know what I'm doing anymore. They just say, Red Dog, tell me what to do. So I try and tell them what to do with stops and levels and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, and if you just tune into the 630 Club, cheers to you too. I appreciate everybody that's in my life. I appreciate my inner circle. You guys that are tuning in right now at 3:40 on a Friday, but in August, that's pretty awesome. Takes strength in numbers is what builds communities. Strong choices creates a strong life. If you want change, what do you got to do? You got to friggin' make changes in your schedule, your routine, and your process. It's not going to happen on its own. No one's wiping your tush anymore. You're friggin' an adult. So think about what you need to do and do it. Right? 3, 2, 1. And you're in bed and you're procrastinating. Say 3, 2, 1 and get the hell out of bed. Develop your go time, right? What's go time? Go time is like when you got to make a split decision on how to effectively get involved when it's time to get involved and not procrastinate. right? You do some hard things, you develop that instinctual go time that you could trigger. Boom, be there before the next guy. That's what I'm saying. What up, sleeping dolphin? What do you mean you're a sleeping dolphin? I got Jeff. Thanks for tuning in, Mr. Guthrie. I got God's Child with me. Cheech, love the afternoon meet. Nice little change here. I appreciate you. By the way, the 3 o'clock stocks on whatever the hell that's called, stocks on Twitter. Those guys are good guys. You should tune into them on Mondays. I'm not going to be there this Monday. I'll be there the Monday after. And then I'm going to be doing a few other podcasts and some things, but mostly I sit in my seat. I try and make money and I spend time with the Alpha team and those who want to stick around all day long. But I like to do what I do. As far as Fox Business, someone's like, Red Dog, I haven't seen you on Fox Business in 2-3 weeks. Trying to figure it out. I love Liz Clayman, but they have like this executive producer shakeup where you need to have $10 billion in assets now. I don't have $10 billion in assets. I've just been doing this since the financial crisis of 2007. And I think I could add a little bit more value than a portfolio manager that says I'm cautiously optimistic and you should have a balanced portfolio approach and, buy a pullback and we'll be doing so. All right. Great parameters for a trade. Whoopity doo. Anyway, all those guys on TV kind of suck. Excuse my French. But anyway, I might have to go back to Bloomberg. I don't know exactly. Or I'll go on a different show, or I won't. I've been on the media 1,000 times. You can Google Scott Redler, CNBC, Fox Business, Bloomberg. It drew a lot of you guys to me. I don't need anyone else. You guys are my crew. I don't need to go on. It takes 3 hours. It's a pain in the ass. I'd rather just do my 6:30 club, fulfill all my content, trade for a living, go to my son's basketball games, hang out with my dog Phoenix. By the way, how cool is Phoenix? You see her in the driver's seat? She loves the driver's seat. Anyway, all those Umac, Uber. I haven't been in Uber in a while. Looks all right. Not so bad. Uber, Umac. These drone names haven't been great. I had options on. This isn't going to work. Joby, what Joby do today? Gapped up. Did it get sold? Oh, wow. Jeez. That's a nasty candle. Be careful here. Nasty. Stick to what works. That's true. That's true. You want to rep me? I do my own show. I could probably do my own show. I should have my own podcast. Listen, everybody's like, Red Dog, get a podcast. I'm like, what do you think the 6:30 Club is? Every day I'm on the 6:30 Club. I get 4,000 to 8,000 people watching it. I give them ways to make money, ways to be responsible, ways to, manage themselves. I'm like, I don't need if I had a big microphone with a big, ball and I was talking into it, then it would look like I have a podcast. Those guys, it's like the bigger the microphone, the more important they think they are. I need my hands free. I'm like half Italian. Kidding. But anyway, it is what it is. I don't even have a publicist. I have no publicist. I've been on TV 1,000 times. I've never paid anyone a dime to get me anywhere. I just send them my note, add some value so people talk like traders, and I make a lot of friends. And that's that. Let's see who else we got here before I say. What up, Tony? Grab. I still have Grab on as a power play. It's a pain in the butt. This is a little topping tell. Not much going on there. Meta's doing all right, though. You're sexy and you know it. Ready? Anyway, Meta wasn't ready to make a new high today. I get it. It's all right, though. It's still hanging in there. You could be long versus 745, long versus 758. Gave you a nice little trade through 784. If I had a pinky bet, if you and I were to make a pinky bet, this will be 800 plus before 772. NVIDIA has been a pain. It's been out of play. It looked like it was going to break again, and it didn't. I just think that it's kind of a source of funds, and it doesn't have much going on right now. So just don't overtrade NVIDIA. I haven't been overtrading NVIDIA at all. It's not where the action is. It's fine, though. It's not pressuring the tape. It's just not a great place to be right now. Everybody. What else we got? Apple. I like Apple. How do you like them apples? Look at Hood. Hood's on the move. It's a good song. I used to MC bar mitzvahs and weddings when I was a kid. That's how I paid my way through SUNY Albany. No student debt here. I'm not begging for forgiveness. Anyway, Chase turns 17 in September. I got to get him a car. Anyway, what else we got? What else? What else? It's 3:46. All right, enough with the wiggling. Anyway, what else we got here? Netflix, I'm not really trading. Netflix, came in after earnings, has been kind of trending again and looks fine. Microsoft's a pain in the butt. It's holding by a thread. Just be careful with Microsoft. It looks like it's trying to break this 517.50. I wouldn't press it, but just be careful trying to be long. I know a lot of guys got long here and they got hurt. That wasn't fun. I get it. TEM had a big move today. This looks better. Just it's very loose and wide. It's got a big base also. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Pony looks good. I should have been buying Pony back. I might buy Pony into the close. Ready? Let's take a poll. Who thinks I should take Pony long? Because I'm going to be gone from Sunday to Friday. Who thinks it's going to be higher or lower between now and next Friday? If I get 10 hires, I'll buy Pony and it'll go on the virtual trading floor. Let's see. Anybody? Anybody even care? No one really cares. It's all about you, isn't it? Okay, no Pony for me. Looks pretty good, though. I like this. No? All right. My Mike says ha. Summer Shah says higher. Mike says ha. You guys are sleeping. You want to grab some Pony? Looks pretty good. You know what? Pretty good. These guys made good money in that was the name of that $3 stock that they were buying yesterday. What was the name of that stock? Virtual trading floor. It's like 280. Went to 330 today or 340 today. Anyone? No Pony for me? Yeah, no Pony for me. We're done. We're moving on. I can't believe I can't remember that what the hell was the name of that thing? Yesterday. It was like a meme-ish name. Open, yes. There you go. That was a nice trade. Got through here. Give you a little how you feeling there? Anyway. All right, now I'm really going. It's 3:48. I'm not going to be here next week. So I hope you guys follow your plan, have your routine in check. You guys have been doing it long enough. You can do it on your own. You don't need me. And I'm releasing a really cool webinar type of masterclass Saturday through Friday while I'm gone for Red Dog Mindset. If you subscribe above, you can get that too. And also, they'll be getting a video at 7 o'clock every morning. But for the market, I am detaching. I'm going to try and trade less. I don't have that much going on. And all is well. Sometimes you go on vacation, I have to detach. I'll have a few things on. Like I said, I'm going to have a little Amazon on, looking pretty good. I have a call spread on. I have some options and stock. I have some Google on still, which has been absolutely fantastic. I have a Tesla call spread on, which I'm not very excited about. I think it's like a long shot. And I had a lot of good things on. We made a lot of money the last week and a half. I'm at the highs of my year. I don't want to mess with that. I don't need to be looking at my phone while I'm sitting on the, a big bed at Gurney's. Anyone going to Gurney's? If you're going to Gurney's, come hang out with me. Come over and be like, hey, are you Red Dog? I'm like, Red Dog who? No, kidding. I like when people do that. It's fun, especially when Chase is there. He's like, why the hell this person knows you? I'm like, as long as they're not throwing tomatoes, we're good. Anyway, so that's where I'll be. I'll be at Gurney's from Sunday through Thursday. Anybody going? Adam, you coming? No one's going? All right. I'll be there with my wife then. We'll find something to do. Fig? Somebody wants me to look at Fig. Woo. By the way, anybody who knows the art of the first day of the IPO didn't get hurt here. You guys know the art of the first day of the IPO when IPOs, it's IPO season. You guys, once it makes, actually the first day was pretty good, but then it got above here and failed. Now what? I don't know. I guess coming close to a spot. I don't really know what this company does. All I know is that my intern put in for an IPO and he made $1,000 out there. He's never made $1,000 before in his life. The tomatoes are very expensive at Gurney's. You're right, Sleeping Dolphin. So is the Hood's got rat fatigue for you? What the hell do you mean by that? Hood? Somebody thinks it's getting added to the S&P 500 today. We'll see. All right. Listen, guys, I appreciate you. I'll see you next week. Next Friday, I'll probably be in the office. I'm not sure how I'll be feeling, whether I'll do a video or not, but either which way, know your time frame, know your process, have multiple accounts, have multiple scenarios, and just, if not, chill out. It's been a great run. A lot of different time frames are working. Keep moving those feet. Stop being so damn stubborn and enjoy life. Because guess what? When your number's called, you're done. And then you have no turning back. No regrets, my doggies. I'll see you later.